Hello everyone, well today I'm going to be having a look at another Klein toy vacuum. This one's based on a Bosch model but different to the Bosch model I've shown you on my channel a while ago. This one does take batteries and it actually has a vacuuming function, but it also incorporates some encapsulated polystyrene beads just like the Miele one, but this one actually does pick up some dirt as well. So without any further ado, I'll get it out of the box, assemble it, put the batteries in and give you a demonstration. Okay, so here's everything out of the box. Of course, we get the cleaner itself, a single extension wand, a curved handle, a flexible hose, the floor nozzle, and a little envelope of play dirt. First things first, I need to insert the batteries, and this particular model takes 3 C-sized or LR14 batteries, and they're located inside the compartment on the underside of this vacuum. So we first need to undo the small Phillips crosshead screw and remove the cover, and then we can insert the batteries, making sure of course we observe the polarity. Once all batteries are in place, we can just return the cover and do up the screw. Next we need to fit the hose to the cleaner. It doesn't matter which end you put onto the cleaner. Simply push it on, twist it, and it'll eventually go on. It is a bit difficult. Might need another push and a twist. Nearly there. There we go. So now the hose is securely onto the cleaner. Then we need to attach the other end of the hose to the curved handle. Again, just push and twist until it's properly in place, like that. Now we can fit the wand to the handle. You simply push it in and twist it. Be careful because it's quite delicate. It takes a little bit of effort to get it into position. There we go, that's a nice tight secure fit. And finally we can fit the floor nozzle to the other end of the extension wand. So now we have the cleaner fully assembled and ready to use. As you can see, it's a faithful reproduction of a Bosch cylinder vacuum cleaner. Got 2 large wheels for easy manoeuvrability, and on the underside with the real thing you'd have a swivel caster, but on here there's just a raised bump, but it should be easy enough to pull along. Little bit squeaky, could do with some oil, but it moves along fairly easily on this rug. You've got the exhaust vent here, and as I showed you before, you have got a little clear window. When the cleaner's on, these polystyrene beads will move about. There's an on-off switch, so to turn the cleaner on we turn this dial to the on position. It's also showing you different settings for different motor speeds, but that's just for show. So basically when you turn the little dial enough, the cleaner will come on and it'll operate at 1 speed. The dirt is collected in a container here that lifts out, and it's very similar to the other Bosch toy cleaner I've looked at. Very similar design, dirt container. There's no little door on it, you just empty out the dirt from the hole where it enters the container. This side is where the fan is. There is a small fan inside the machine, and then the fan is situated behind this part of the container when it's slotted in. So the dirt comes through the hose and into the container, so it's not very big capacity. If I was to fill it much beyond the hole. It will start to spill out when I take the container out to empty it. So it just slots back in there, and we're all ready for a demonstration. I'll just show you the simulated action just by turning the cleaner on first. So as you can see, the polystyrene beads move about when the cleaner is turned on. They are in a sealed container. They can't be emptied. They are supposed to stay in the cleaner. They're just for show. So we can now test the machine on actually picking up some pretend play dirt, and you get a little envelope. I'll just open it. And this probably will contain some white, yes it does, some white polystyrene beads. So I'll pop them down onto the rug here in a little pile, and that is probably about the maximum capacity of the dirt bin. Let's first test it using the hose end. So I'll just remove the wand, and we'll see how quickly this little Bosch toy can pick up the play dirt. Well, it had no problem picking that up. Let's just remove the bin, and we should be able to empty out the polystyrene beads one more time and spread them out a little bit. And again, as with the majority of these toy vacuum cleaners, the polystyrene beads tend to stick to the plastic, and you'll never get all of them fully out, but just give it a shake and most of them have actually come out of this container. Then I can pop the container back, make sure it's fully seated, otherwise we'll lose suction. And then I'll just move the cleaner back and attach the wand with the main nozzle. Again, just push and twist. It is very tight fitting on this one, and I'm being careful. It does feel quite strong actually compared to some, but I'm being careful not to force anything. Okay, we'll see how well it works now using the main floor nozzle. Well, this cleaner did actually pick up all the polystyrene beads, but some of them did scatter ahead of the nozzle and I had to go over the areas. So it wasn't quite as successful using the floor nozzle as it was when I was using the suction directly from the handle, but then of course I had the beads in a smaller pile, but it will pick them up. I'm going to try it now on the carpet under this rug, because this rug does cause a bit of static problem. And I'm going to use some of my polystyrene beads that I bought from Amazon, a nice big tub of multicolored beads, because the tiny packet you get supplied with this cleaner won't last very long. They'll soon get lost. So I'll just pop some of these down on the carpet and we'll try picking them up again using the main nozzle. This cleaner picked up most of the pretend dirt that I put down on this carpet, but it did tend to scatter a lot of it, and I was chasing it around for a while until everything was picked up. But to give it its due, it did pick up the majority of the polystyrene balls. Hopefully I've not put too many down and it won't spill out. It's certainly more, a few have. So that is probably maximum capacity. So we can tip them out again, look, into a big pile. So it's not too bad at picking up. The simulated action that you can see with the clear window at the top is quite effective. So it can be used just as a toy to push around without actually picking anything up, but it has both functions. Okay, well here's the pile of dirt. I'll pick it up one more time, but this time I'm just going to use the end of the extension wand. Well, that's the end of my video on this Bosch vacuum cleaner by Klein. It's better than some toy vacuum cleaners I've looked at, but it doesn't have the suction power of, say, the toy Dysons or the toy Henry or Hetty cleaners by Kasdan. It looks the part though. It's a very detailed model, but possibly not quite as detailed as some of the other Klein machines I've looked at, including the Miele versions. But for a bright, colourful toy that actually does pick up some dirt, has the simulated dirt swirling action in the clear window, it's a good choice and a fairly reasonably priced choice if you want to buy a toy vacuum. If you have any comments or questions about this model, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye for now.